The Indiana Fever just released exclusive footage from Aaliyah Boston's off-season workouts.
Aaliyah Boston just shook the basketball world with her latest workout video, turning heads and raising expectations for next season.
I am excited because I just saw video footage of Aaliyah Boston in the gym getting her one-on-one workout on with the new player development coach, Keith Porter.
Training was so intense that it left everyone wondering if she's on track to dominate the court like never before. But that's not all. Angel Reese also dropped a video, and her focus has sparked a mix of reactions.
There's footage out there of Angel working on her game, in the lab, as they say, and mostly what we see is Angel shooting three-pointers.
Fans are confused, and analysts are debating her approach. How can two top players adopt such drastically different strategies? Let's dig into the details and see who's truly gearing up to be unstoppable. So, about Aaliyah Boston's latest workout, it's not just creating buzz, it's making people sit up and take notice. She's clearly leveling up her game, and everyone's talking about how unstoppable she's going to be next season.
Boston was going to come ready to ball. And so when I see footage like this and see the moves that they're working on, I feel really good about that because I think it portends wonderful, wonderful things.
But the real magic behind her progress? Enter Keith Porter, the Fever's secret weapon. This guy isn't your average coach. He's a player development wizard, flown all the way from Massachusetts just to train her.
Hire of Keith Porter was huge news.
Now, Porter isn't new to this. He's worked with top players like DJ Carrington and even teamed up with the Fever's new head coach, Stephanie White. Basically, he knows what it takes to create champions. And get this, he's already calling Boston a once-in-a-lifetime athlete with the potential to be one of the greatest ever. That's no small compliment. As for Boston's workouts, they're far from the usual drills you'd expect for a center. Let's dive into what's happening behind the scenes and why everyone's buzzing about her next-level training.
So he had worked with Coach Stephanie White. He worked with players like Dejanay.
And here's where things get even more interesting. Boston isn't just sticking to the basics. She's out here mastering floaters with both hands, which is wild considering her size.
These coaches at Indiana are focusing on using both hands on the left side of the bucket and on the right side of the bucket.
And she's already shooting a jaw-dropping 55.2% from the field. Can you imagine trying to guard someone who can pull off a left-handed floater 1 second and a smooth jumper the next?
What it's supposed to look like when you're the shooting arm, it's like a waiter carrying a tray, right? It's like the waiter carrying the tray. That's how you want it nice and high. You don't want the ball down here.
Defenders are going to lose sleep over her unpredictability. But wait, the surprises don't stop there. Boston is casually draining three-pointers like it's no big deal. Yep, you heard that right. A center stepping beyond the arc and hitting threes with confidence. It's not what you'd expect from someone who could just dominate in the paint, but that's exactly what makes this so exciting. She's becoming the kind of player who can score from anywhere, and that's a complete game changer.
I believe Aaliyah Boston is going to come in ready. This last season, she was out of shape, and many of them have said they didn't quite know what they were getting. They weren't prepared for the passes, Caitlin. They weren't prepared to get up and down the floor. Obviously, the more this team can get out on the break and run and not have to grind it out in the paint.
But wait, there's more. Her entire workout program is focused on making her faster, more agile, and explosively dynamic. She's not just tweaking her game, she's rewriting the playbook. This kind of transformation is exactly why Boston could be the Fever's biggest weapon, a game changer the league isn't ready for.
If she's able in the post to use her quickness and use her footwork, that's what's going to help her more than just being a pure athletic, strong.
Coach Keith Porter, the mastermind working with Boston, is beyond thrilled. He's raving about her versatility, saying she can nail threes, set perfect screens, and dominate all over the court. But here's the kicker. Porter isn't just excited about Boston's individual game. He believes her partnership with Clark could make them one of the best duos in basketball history. When a coach with Potter's experience is this fired up, you know something incredible is on the horizon. So what does all this mean for the Fever? Big things are on the horizon. Clark and Boston aren't just teammates, they're changing the game entirely, redefining what a guard-center duo can do in the WNBA. Fever fans, buckle up. This season is shaping up to be one for the history books. But while Boston's grinding hard in the gym, Angel Reese has taken a very different approach. In her latest workout video, she's out here launching threes like it's a three-point contest.
Well, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history of basketball.
For a 6'3" post player, that's definitely unexpected. It makes you wonder, why focus on deep shots when the basics need work? And the stats don't lie. She shot just 44.5% from less than 5 feet and had an overall field goal percentage of 39.1%.
She was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1%.
Someone with her size and potential, those numbers are concerning. Coaches worry when a post player struggles to finish at the rim. So instead of fixing her inside game, Reese is working on threes.
Trying to figure out why she's putting so much time in developing an outside shot when she works under the basket, primarily. You get a rebound, or you're going to try to run out there all of a sudden and shoot a three, even though you got perimeter players that are standing around waiting for you to pass them the ball so they can shoot wide open shots. It could potentially be a horrible season for the Chicago Sky.
Now, let's compare her approach to Boston's. The difference is like night and day. Boston's putting in serious work on things that actually align with her game. Floaters, mid-range shots, and even three-pointers. She's building on her strengths, turning them into unstoppable weapons. Meanwhile, Reese is out here firing threes like she forgot she's a 6'3" post player. It's baffling. If you're only making 44.5% of your close-range shots, shouldn't that be priority number one? The contrast in team support is just as stark. The Fever are fully backing Boston, bringing in specialized coaches and tailoring her training to set her up for success. The Sky, on the other hand, seem to have left Reese to figure it out on her own. That kind of hands-off approach isn't going to cut it, especially when your star player needs direction. The stakes couldn't be higher, and it's clear one player is on the path to dominance while the other risks falling short.
Watch this. Look how far out the ball is. Look how far out she's showing the defense. I'm telling you right now, that's what you call cookies. Cookies for days is what we say when we get our hands on the basketball that is shown to.
Boston's preparation is ticking all the right boxes. She's got the skills, the work ethic, and a team that's fully committed to her success. On the other hand, Reese undoubtedly has talent, but raw talent alone won't cut it. Without the right focus and dedication, she risks falling short of her true potential. Looking ahead, Boston seems poised for greatness, while Reese stands at a crucial crossroads. She's got the ability, but does she have the discipline to channel it effectively? Only time will tell. Right now, we're witnessing two athletes on completely different paths, and as the WNBA season kicks off, all eyes will be on how their choices play out. Greatness is often built in the shadows, away from the spotlight. So, to sum it all up, Boston's workout plan is a masterclass in how to prepare for success. She's training both hard and smart, and it's clear she's gearing up for an incredible season. The league veterans can see it. Boston's about to make some serious waves. Meanwhile, Reese's approach has left everyone scratching their heads. Her talent is undeniable, but her current strategy has sparked concerns about whether she'll be able to keep up when the games begin. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting yet, with these two players preparing in such drastically different ways. The drama, the rivalries, and the action are going to be unforgettable. So make sure to tune in. It's going to be a season you won't want to miss.